You've probably heard this 100 times. If you really want financial stability, you should save everything. It sounds simple, almost noble, like the ultimate proof of discipline and adulthood. No dinners out, no trips, no little treats, no spontaneous plans, just restraint. The idea is that if you're serious enough, if you sacrifice enough, stability will magically appear at the end of the tunnel. But here's the thing no one wants to admit. If saving everything actually worked, most people wouldn't feel exhausted, anxious, guilty every time they spend, or secretly resentful of their own financial goals. Because what's sold as discipline often feels like punishment in real life. And punishment is not a sustainable strategy. I tried to be the good girl with money. I said no to plans even when I could technically afford them. I delayed buying things I genuinely wanted. I treated joy like a mistake I'd have to pay for later. And for a while, it looked like it was working. My savings grew, my spending shrank, and on paper, I was doing everything right. But emotionally, I was constantly tense. Afraid to check my bank account, afraid to enjoy anything too much because enjoyment felt irresponsible. And the strangest part was this. The more I tried to save everything, the more I ended up binge spending later. One bad day turned into an impulsive purchase. One "I deserve this" moment turned into a cascade of regret. Not because I lacked self-control, but because deprivation always comes with a rebound. When you restrict yourself long enough, your brain doesn't learn patience, it learns urgency. It starts operating from scarcity, and scarcity makes everything feel like it has to happen now. This save everything mentality assumes your life is static, that your needs won't change, that motivation is infinite, and that discipline never gets tired. But real life isn't static. Needs evolve. Energy fluctuates. Motivation fades. And money doesn't work in extremes. People don't fail at saving because they're weak. They fail because the system they're following requires them to override human nature indefinitely. What this mindset really creates is guilt every time you spend, fear around your own finances, an all-or-nothing cycle where one mistake feels like total failure, and the sensation that money controls your life instead of supporting it. And here's the core truth. Saving should never feel like punishment, because if it does, it won't last. Financial habits only work when they're livable. So instead of asking, how do I save everything? The better question is, how do I build a system I can live with for years, not weeks? That's where the shift happens. The biggest mistake people make with saving is trying to be impressive instead of consistent. Saving 30, 40, or 50% of your income sounds powerful, but if it constantly feels like loss, your brain will fight it. A much smarter approach is to automate a small percentage, something like 5 to 10%, and let it happen before you even touch the money. Automation removes the emotional weight from saving. There's no daily decision, no internal negotiation, no moment where you have to choose between present comfort and future security. The money is gone before your brain can label it as missing. This works not because it's dramatic, but because it's quiet. Invisible systems are the ones that last. And here's something most people don't realize. Saving a smaller amount consistently for years often beats aggressive saving that collapses after a few months. You don't need intensity. You need continuity. One of the most damaging beliefs around money is that responsible people don't enjoy spending, that joy is something you earn only after everything else is taken care of. But when joy has no place in your financial plan, it doesn't disappear, it just sneaks in unplanned, usually in the form of impulsive spending. That's why a guilt-free spending category changes everything. This is money you're allowed to enjoy fully, without justification, without shame. It could be for coffee, clothes, dinners, books, experiences, anything that makes life feel lighter. When spending is planned, it stops feeling like failure. It stops triggering anxiety. And most importantly, it stops creating rebound behavior. Joy doesn't sabotage your finances. Unplanned joy does. When you give pleasure a structure, it becomes sustainable instead of destructive. One of the reasons money creates so much stress is because we force it to serve conflicting purposes at the same time. We expect the same account to fund long-term dreams and daily life, and then we feel guilty no matter what we do. Spend too much and you're failing your future. Save too much, and you're depriving your present. The solution is separation. Have one account that's clearly for future you, savings, investments, long-term goals, and another account for present you, bills, daily expenses, lifestyle. This creates psychological clarity. When you spend from your present account, you're not stealing from your future. When you save in your future account, you're not punishing your present. Your future does not need you miserable, and your present does not need to sabotage your future. They can coexist, but only if you stop forcing them to fight over the same money. Most financial advice is built for a fantasy version of life where nothing unexpected happens, but real life is messy. Some months cost more, some months you earn less, some months you're tired, emotional, or dealing with things that don't fit into a spreadsheet. And that's normal. Saving less one month doesn't erase progress. Spending more doesn't mean you failed. Financial stability isn't about perfection. It's about recovery. It's about returning to your system without self-punishment. When your plan can survive imperfect months, that's when it becomes real. Most overspending isn't logical, it's emotional. Stress, boredom, loneliness, burnout, these are the real drivers behind many financial decisions. Tracking only numbers misses the point. Awareness starts when you ask why you spent, not just how much. When you begin to notice patterns, spending after long days, during anxiety spikes, or when you feel disconnected, you gain power. Because once you see the emotional trigger, you can address the real need instead of medicating it with money. Money isn't just math, it's psychology. For any non-essential purchase, don't say no. Just wait 48 hours. Write it down, save the link, and step away. Most impulse spending is driven by urgency, not real desire. Time alone filters that out. Quick, guilt-free check. After 48 hours, ask yourself one simple question. Would I still want this if no one knew I bought it? If the answer is yes, it's intentional, not impulsive. If the answer is no, you just saved money without forcing yourself or feeling guilty. This isn't restriction, it's clarity. Saving everything isn't discipline, it's self-denial disguised as responsibility. Real financial maturity is knowing when to plan and when to live. Because you don't build wealth by hating your life. You build it by creating a life you don't want to escape from. You're allowed to want stability and joy. To save and enjoy your money, money isn't a test of morality. It's a tool. And learning how to use it without guilt is one of the most powerful skills you can develop. If you're doing that, you're not irresponsible. You're growing. Welcome to the Starlet Club.